Sadrina, yes.
So the next one will be by Zoom.
Would it be with Judge Martin?
Yeah, it'll be Judge Martin. Yeah, Judge Martin. I didn't.
What time?
At 8:30, 8:40, or 9 o'clock.
I'll take 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock?
Yes.
You might hear yet or no?
Yes, I'm just getting into it.
Perfect. Heather, she's up at 3 in the morning for this, right? Or long.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. So it's gonna be a Zoom thing Thursday, 10:19 and 9 a.m.
All right. Thank you.
You have a good day.
Thank you, you too. Have a good weekend.
All right, Heather, start trying to get it together.
All right, get it together.
Nice that you guys don't have us go on the record. Have a good one.
You too, thank you.
Getting in and out. No, sure. It's getting that way.
Yeah, something. Yeah.
In Redneckville for hunting. It appears.
I don't even know of the elements, which would be. Mr. Mayor, yeah, just have a seat, okay, appreciate it. You have some time and dates you want to throw at them?
9/7, 9/21.
21.
Nine 21, you said?
Yes.
Airport, or I guess it's but airport and.
Good morning. The individual who's in Wayne County Jail, are you able to take yourself off mute?
Josh, I think Jeff already talked to him.
What? Oh,
Jeff just jumped in and helped, I think. But he's still in a breakout room. You can jump in there and ask him. Oh, there he is. Jeff?
Yes, ma'am. There
Did
you
you
go.
work it out for Mr. Brown?
No, we're just going to enter a plea of not guilty at this point.
And
Well, he's in custody till October 10th, so probably set a pretrial after
okay.
that. Michelle, I don't even know what he's charged with.
Oh, goodness. Maybe Josh needs to go in and talk to him because Josh has got the stuff.
Oh, the information was sent to Josh?
It's on the docket. You have a docket.
No, not yet, but I'm going to get one.
I thought okay, well, we need to start over because we can't just move it just because. Okay, hold on. Josh, move Mr. Brown and talk to him, okay?
Absolutely.
You see him on the docket, what he's charged with, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
So you didn't want to speak to an attorney?
No.
You wait, okay.
What's that? Don't do that. Just have a seat right there, and when the judge comes in, we'll get you. Okay.
Let's see here. Let me put this on mute. We're just waiting on the judge to show up on the.
Hey, Josh, what are we doing?
Well, we're gonna be entering a plea on Terry Brown.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's right here. Okay.
I'll let Heather know.
No problem. I'm gonna put myself on mute.
Sorry.
Hey, Heather, they're gonna enter a plea on Mr. Brown.
All right. I will go let the judge know that so we can get rid of the jail.
Okay, perfect.
All right.
Please rise. 34th District Court is now in session. Honorable Ryan Oakley presiding.
Good morning, have a seat.
Quick, sorry. Good morning, Your Honor.
Are you ready on Kathy?
We are prepared to move forward on Terry Brown, Your Honor.
All right, I'm ready on that one.
Good morning, Your Honor. Attorney Josh Hadley appearing on behalf of the defendant, Mr. Terry Brown, who's appearing via Zoom. Mr. Brown, please state your name for the record.
Terry Brown.
Good morning.
Thank you. Your Honor, at this point in time, we're here on a pre-trial. We're going to go ahead and avail ourselves of the people's plea offer, where the 2 current counts of driving while license suspended will be reduced to 2 counts of no operator's license on person, of which Mr. Brown will be pleading guilty to. Discuss the sentencing, and absolutely, Your Honor, if the court's willing to adopt the prosecution's sentencing recommendation, they're willing to do time served on this matter.
All righty. Mr. Brown, have you discussed your rights and options with Mr. Hadley?
Yes, sir.
You understand those rights and options?
Yes.
Do you understand the possible penalty for the added charge of no valid operator's license on person?
Yes.
And understanding all of that, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily to no valid operator's license on person this morning?
Yes.
All right, I've got 2 files, both from Van Buren. One was October 16, 2022. One was January 30, 2022. Were you driving in Van Buren Township on those dates?
Yes.
And on each of those dates, did you have a valid license or were you suspended? Hello?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was suspended.
All right. Are you satisfied, Mr. Hadley?
Absolutely, Your Honor.
All right, what's the situation with incarceration? How long has he been in?
Mr. Brown, how long have you been at the Wayne County Jail?
For, I believe, like a couple of weeks.
August 9th.
Yep, August the 9th.
August the 9th, is that what you said?
Yes, sir.
All right, on each of these files, I'm gonna give you 14 days in jail credit for time served. Those files will be closed, understood?
Yes, sir.
All right, we've got some other matters that you have with the court. It looks like you've got, let's see. Looks like you've got a drove while license suspended charge out of Sumter Township coming up September 14th for a pretrial. And you also have an equipment violation, a registration plate violation, and an impeding traffic civil infraction. Those three you owe $756 on. So as soon as you're able to, you need to show up at the court and set up some kind of a payment plan, understood?
Yes, and at Sumter County.
Say that again.
Did you say at Sumter County?
No, I said that you've got a Sumter Township drove while license suspended misdemeanor. There's a pretrial date scheduled coming up in September on that one. Then we've got 3 civil infractions that you owe money on. You need to come into the court as soon as you're able to and set up a payment plan.
Okay.
Any questions?
No, sir.
Good luck. Mr. Hadley, anything else ready? I'll take that as a no. How about People versus Felicia? Is it Ratliff? Good morning, Mr. Hart.
Morning, Judge. How are you?
Wonderful.
I just saw your picture out there. I did not realize you've been on the bench this long. 25 years.
Long time. And it goes fast.
I hear you, brother. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
It's amazing. Scary, actually. So your appearance for Ms. Ratliff.
Yes, Mark, I'm sorry, Mark Hart appearing on behalf of Ms. Ratliff and the city attorney. My client's prepared to plead guilty to the reduced charge of operating.
All right. Ma'am, did you go over your rights and options with counsel?
Yes, sir.
You understand those rights and options?
I do.
And do you understand the possible penalty for the impaired driving charge?
Yes, I do.
Understanding all of that, are you pleading guilty to that charge freely and voluntarily
I
today?
am.
Counsel, would you voir dire, give me the facts I need, May 27 incident date?
Ms. Ratliff, on the date the judge indicated, were you driving a motor vehicle somewhere in Romulus?
No, I was in Van Buren
Van
Township.
Buren Township, okay. And prior to operating the motor vehicle, had you consumed some alcohol?
I did.
How much did you?
I don't know, about a bottle throughout the course of the day.
Okay, a bottle of,
Wine.
okay. And did that affect your ability to operate the motor vehicle in an ordinarily safe manner?
Well, I didn't think it did because I had no way of, I wasn't planning on leaving the house. I was at home, in my bed, sleep, and my daughter was supposed to have a ride home from work, and then she ended up stranded. So when she called me, it was after 10 o'clock. So I just jumped up and got in the car. She works right up here on 94 Service Drive at Cracker Barrel. But he initially pulled me over because my tags was expired. I was already in the parking lot
Right.
of the Cracker Barrel.
Let me
Ms.
ask you a
Ratliff,
question.
yeah, Ms. Ratliff, when the police pulled you over, did you take a breath test?
No,
Did you take a blood test?
no.
How did they get your blood alcohol level?
I took it at the station.
Okay. And it was over the legal limit?
It was.
You satisfied?
I am.
Okay, so am I. I'll dismiss the original charge. Ma'am, the next step is I'm going to send you downstairs to make an appointment with probation to come back for a pre-sentence interview. They'll also let you know when your sentencing date is. Based on that interview, probation will prepare a report and recommendation for sentencing. When you come back for your sentencing date, Mr. Hart, yourself, and myself, we're all going to have a look at that report. We're going to talk about that report, and anything else you two want me to hear about, and then I'm going to determine what your sentence should be. You understand that? In the meantime, I'm going to put you on a personal bond with a couple conditions. The first one is the obvious one, stay out of trouble. Second, cooperate with probation and Mr. Hart so we can get you through the process to get you back here for a sentencing. And thirdly, do not purchase, possess, or consume any mood-altering substance unless you've got a doctor's prescription for the substance. Can you abide by all those rules?
Absolutely.
Raise your right hand for me. Do you swear or affirm and acknowledge the debt payable to the court in the amount of $1,000 if you mess that up? That means if you mess it up, you're going to jail unless you have $1,000. As long as you
I
don't mess it
understand.
up, you don't have to give me $1,000.
I understand.
Understood?
Understood.
All right. Counsel, if you'd like to go downstairs and have some input on that sentencing date.
Will do. Thank you, Judge. Good to see you.
Same here. We'll send the file down as soon as we can. Appearances on People versus Dale Caffey. Mr. Caffey, are you representing yourself today? You're not using a court-appointed attorney?
I'm new to this. I don't know how to do this stuff.
Okay, well, the question is, did you want the benefit of a court-appointed attorney or no? It's up to you. I'm not trying to talk you into it. I'm just making sure that you know that there's a court-appointed attorney here to talk to you and assist you if you need one.
Right. I'm okay.
Okay. All right. But I've got a piece of paper that says you talked to the prosecutor, correct?
Yes.
And the prosecutor sent in a piece of paper that says you're going to plead guilty to an added charge of no valid operator's license on person. And he's asking me to dismiss the charge from September 22nd, 2020, drove while unlicensed or without cycle endorsement. Is that your deal?
Yes.
Okay. You understand that no valid operator's license on person carries a possible penalty of up to $500 fines plus court costs and up to 90 days in jail.
Right.
And did you read your rights form?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand those rights?
Yes.
All right. Understanding all of that, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily to the added charge of no valid operator's license on person?
Yes.
All right. You understand that no valid license on person charge will end up on your Secretary of State driving record. And depending on what the problem was with your license back in 2020, that charge might make it worse. So for example, if you were suspended during that time period and this charge goes on your record, they might resuspend or lengthen your suspension. You understand that's an option?
Right.
It's a possibility.
Yeah, no suspended.
All right.
I just have like at the time, and it was a little small little kid, ATV I was riding on the side.
Okay. So understanding everything we've talked about, you're going to plead guilty today freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
Did you drive a vehicle in Van Buren Township that date?
Yes.
And did you have a valid license to show the officer that stopped you?
No, I did not have one.
All right. I'll accept your plea and dismiss the original charge. Are you working, sir?
Yes, I have my own little business I run myself.
What do you do?
I do house clean outs. I just started doing that about last year. Before my fiance passed away.
Sorry to hear that.
I was doing house cleaning and everything else like that. And I just like pay all my tickets off.
Good.
All my tickets. I just passed my written test, so now I got my permit.
Good.
Like
Good.
a couple days ago. So I got a ticket here I'm paying off now. So I'm gonna put some on it today.
Okay.
Pay that one off.
Yeah, we got a payment plan. Says here that you owe us $291 and there's a payment due 9/5.
Yes, sir. And I'm putting $50 today.
Good. Good. All right. So back on September 22nd, 20, you just never had a license.
Right, I never had a license. I was working at the time.
Right.
And I had no way to work, so I had to drive to work.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I missed my day.
All right. Is there anything you want me to consider before I sentence you?
I'm just trying to clean my life up, just trying to get things right.
Good. All right. Let's
No
see
more
what we got.
mistakes for me. I'm just trying to get things right for my kids.
Good. All right, so total fines and costs on the file, $460. That includes a late fee of 50, a bench warrant of 50, a clearance fee of 45, and a bond fee of 15, which tells me we've already got $150.
Yes, sir.
So we'll apply the 150 to the 460, and I'm going to suggest you just add that to your current payment plan and just keep making your payments.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Any questions?
No.
Go on downstairs, you can make that happen.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, bless you.
Yes, thank you. Counsel, appearance on Andre Charlie.
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Robert Underts on behalf of Andre Charlie, who is approaching to my left.
Good morning. Remind me why we didn't sentence the day of.
Oh, we have a couple documents we want you to build this,
That's
Your Honor.
okay. All right,
So if you look
that's
at
what's in front of me now.
Yep, you can take a look at those and.
Give me just a second, gentlemen.
Sure, sure.
All right, 30 years later, you get a letter from your band teacher. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Where is Walden University at?
It's an online program, so it's out there in Minnesota.
Okay, gentlemen, what else should I consider?
Oh, thank you very much, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Charlie is actually a licensed master social worker. He has been licensed in Michigan since 2008. He has his own practice. It's called behavioral health. He's a behavioral health therapist at his own practice, which is called Affecting Change. And he's been law-abiding his whole life. And he actually has a CPL that he's had for 15 years. And the reason he has that is he's been a member of his church in Detroit, the Community Church of Christ in Detroit for 17 years. And he serves on the security, which you may think, well, why would you need security at a church? But depending on where you are, services at night might be more dangerous, might make people feel more safe to come to worship and things. So he served for
I
that
don't
for a
wonder
long
why
time.
that is. I watch the news.
Okay, yeah. So, well, exactly. And there's crazy things that have happened at churches and synagogues all over the place. So it's a good idea. Anyway, so he serves on that. He's had a CPL for 15 years. He serves on security for the church. And it was because of that, he has a bag that he normally keeps his pistol in. And because of that, it was black. He didn't do a good job of looking through his bags before he traveled for a conference in New York, and was going to travel to a conference in New York. And that's what happened there. So it was not certainly intentional. He wasn't trying to hijack a plane or anything like that, and he understands that the severity of how dangerous that could have been and things at the wrong hands, things like that, if they got to somebody else's hands.
And you've discussed with the prosecutor how that process works to get the weapon back?
Pardon me?
Getting the weapon back?
Yeah,
You
oh, yes,
discussed
yes,
that process?
yep.
Go ahead.
Yep. So, and then the last thing I would just say is he has, because he's a licensed social worker, he has to report his conviction within 30 days of the conviction. So even if there's a delayed sentence,
Right.
he still has to report it now. So he
Right.
may have some ramifications from that against his
Good luck.
license. Yeah. So we're hoping not, but I'm gonna take care of reporting that for him and things. So you don't have to worry about that. He will take care of doing that, his duty for that. And then we'll see what happens as far as that goes on the licensing side of things. I've helped a lot of people with professional licensing things. So I'm hopeful, because this isn't practice related, that they'll kind of go over it, but we just don't know.
Okay.
So I'm just wanting you to take those things into consideration, and I know he's a few things that he'd like to share with you.
Sure, please.
Yeah, I just want to apologize for this situation and wasting, of course, resources and time on such a situation, as I try to abide by all the rules and regulations. And like I said, I have had my CPL for 15 years, several travels, and this was just an error in judgment with my bag. So I put measures in place where I just empty everything out and start fresh every time. I've traveled a couple of times since then.
Okay.
So I definitely apologize for this situation.
Okay. How's this going to affect the CPL?
I don't know that it will affect CPL in this case.
We discussed that.
Okay.
So there could be an impact on the CPL, but may not because of the short-term time frame of everything here. So.
Right. All right. Anything else?
No, just.
Okay. I think the agreement was at the time for a 3-month delayed sentence.
That's
Is that
correct.
correct?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll go along with that. You can stay out of trouble for 3 more months.
I'm trying.
Court costs are assessed amount of $500. That's due within 5 days, which means either we have to have the money in 5 days or we have to have a plan in place to get the money.
Okay.
So you can go downstairs, either pay it or set up a payment plan.
Okay.
Any questions, gentlemen?
No, Your Honor. We'll get the paperwork down.
Good luck to you. Have a good day, gentlemen.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. Oh, I guess one question we do have, with the 3-month delayed sentence, I know some courts will have us come back for a certain court date. Do we need a court date at the end of
The
this?
only reason you need to come back is if we send you a letter because we think there's been a violation.
Okay.
Which makes it important for us to know where to find you. So if you move within the next 3 months, let us know.
Okay.
If you don't get a letter from us, don't worry about it.
Okay.
If you're worried about it, then what you need to do is just get on our website and you
Okay.
can check through the ROA process.
The case
right
details
online.
that are on there
Yeah.
and everything like that. Okay.
Yeah. Just so you can make sure you can cross that T off and make sure it happened the way it was supposed to.
Perfect.
All right.
Thank you
Have a
very
good
much.
one.
Good.
Appearances on Alonda Morris.
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, counsel.
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Robert Blamer appearing on behalf of the defendant from Cummings, McCoy, Davis, and Atcho. You have a signed plea agreement in front of you.
I see that.
If I may explain a little bit about the
Sure.
facts. My client has no criminal record. She was employed at TF Chang's for a week.
Okay.
This was her first Monday back. She had over the weekend put a little 3-inch pocket knife in her pocket. She got stopped at TSA, and that's what emanates the charge from. She's lost her job.
Right.
So it's a tough situation for her. Bad
Yeah.
mistake. I think she learned her lesson, and I think this is a very fair deal for her to give her a chance.
All right. I'll go along with it. I'm assuming this is what you want to do.
Yes.
I'll accept your plea to the civil infraction. As per your agreement, fines and costs are $400. Just like the guy in front of you, that money's due within 5 days. So go downstairs and pay it or make arrangements. Questions?
No, just thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
Thank you, Joe.
You got something ready, Mr. Bowditch?
Your Honor, it's just a adjournment for a final pretrial. We already have a date and everything, Your Honor. I just want to put it on the record.
Oh, I don't care. It's in the journal.
Pizzuti is the last name.
You wanted to go on record.
Just that it's a final pretrial.
on record?
Complaint must appear. Your Honor.
Oh, okay. All right. And the date picked out was September 21 at 9.
That is correct, Your Honor. Your Honor, for the record, Jeffrey Bowditch appearing on behalf of and with Ms. Pizzuti. Ma'am, could you tell us your name for the record, please?
Your Honor, my name is Taylor Elizabeth Pizzuti.
Good morning.
Good morning.
No, Your Honor, we are requesting a final pretrial in this matter where the complainant must appear.
Is this our date, Heather?
The 21st, yes.
All right. We'll get you notice and we'll see you back here in September.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And I'm so sorry. Just one more thing. I just want to make sure that the address is correct because the last time I didn't get the mail and that's why I missed it.
Yep, then they changed the address. Thank you.
Thank you, Your
Have a
Honor.
nice day.
Wait outside. I'm going to bring you a notice to take on.
I'm going to pronounce it Zernuski. How close did I get?
Pretty close, Chernieski.
Say it again.
Chernieski.
Chernieski.
Good morning, Your Honor.
CZ. Good morning, counsel. Your appearance.
Julian Prude on behalf of the defendant, Mr. Chernieski.
All right. I've got a plea agreement in front of me. It says he's going to plead with a 3-month delayed, right?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay. Sir, did you go over your rights and options with counsel?
Yes, sir.
And you understand those rights and options?
Yes, sir.
You understand the possible penalty for this charge?
I do.
Understanding all of this, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily today?
Yes, sir.
Counsel, would you voir dire to get me some facts? July 3 incident date?
Yes, taking you back in time to July 3rd of 2023, were you at the Metro Airport?
Yes, sir.
And did you bring a firearm into the airport?
I did.
Okay. I'm satisfied, yeah.
And you had no authority to have a firearm at the checkpoint, correct?
Correct.
I'm satisfied. Delayed sentence is a recommendation. So what should I know about your client?
Just, Your Honor, he's got a clean record. He's 31 years old. He's gainfully employed. He lives in Toledo. He was just coming up to the airport. He lawfully purchased the gun, a lawful gun owner. It was just inadvertent on his part, bringing the gun in, left it in his backpack and brought it into security and they found it.
Okay. Where are you working?
Toledo Tool and Die.
How long you been there?
8 years, 7 years.
Okay. Okay. Never talked to anybody in Tool and Die anymore.
No?
No.
It's a dying.
It is.
Yeah.
And it's a shame because it's a pretty damn good gig.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anything else I should know before I sentence?
No.
Okay. All right. I'll delay sentence for 3 months in keeping with the agreement with the prosecutor's office. During that time period, stay out of trouble. No new charges. Court costs assessed the amount of $500. That money is due within 5 days, which means either we have to have it in hand or we have to have a plan in place. So if you go downstairs at the front counter, you can either pay it or make arrangements to pay it.
Okay.
Any questions?
No, Your Honor.
Have a good day, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Well, yeah, that's Theo.
30 pounds ago. I got to update the photo.
You got a big puppy.
Yeah.
Hey, Josh Hadley,
Yo,
I have somebody in your waiting room.
I got the file from Mr. Food.
perfect. I will jump right in. I'm with Angela's,
Okay.
Angela's meeting room.
Okay, okay.
Literally.
Not the paperwork unless it went in one of the other files.
You gave it to me.
Oh, okay. Stills ST.
Being worked on, sir.
Stills SI. This guy just signed online, so at some point, one of the attorneys will bring in paperwork for him.
Okay.
Have a good day, folks.
Take care, Your Honor.
What's your name, Jimmy?
Last name of Miller.
Come on up, Mr. Miller. Good morning. Morning. All right, so I've got a file here from July 17, 2023, Van Buren Township, the charge of disturbing the peace. First of all, are you going forward today without benefit of a court-appointed attorney?
I'll take the court appointed.
You want to talk to the attorney?
Yeah.
All right. Mr. Hadley, are you ready on Gozi?
No, he has retained counsel.
Okay. Give me that file back. Well, actually, leave it there. The one Jim put up there, it's Gozi's. But I told him there'd be an attorney bringing paperwork in, so let him stage it there if he wants.
Mr. Hadley, you have Mr. Sullivan in your waiting room.
Understood. I'm meeting with somebody in my actual meeting room right now. I'll grab them right next.
Okay. Yeah.
You can tell.
So I'm having a problem at home. Yesterday, I went to a meeting last night. When I was leaving, I told Sue, I said, you know, further, I went out to check on the eggs and they had them sitting on the eggs. So if I wander out there later, she's off. Well, she's on the left, that's leaving it, she's off. So I get a text from her. She said, I got 3 eggs, but Chuck might be a pretty boy, but he's also pretty aggressive. So I get home, I'm like, what's up with Chuck? She's the rooster. She said, he was happy when I went and checked it. And she said, I think he may have went after other this week, but I didn't realize that what was going on. But now, so that's what I was, you know, I'm like, ooh, because I've never seen even a little aggression out. She pulls up the pants and she shows me her legs all scratched. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. I said, well, I went away from the chicken until I'm around someday and I'll watch it. I'm like, I said, no, look. I said, Ryan gave me all time. She really did. Jumped up in the air and screwed her in the face. You know, they got those spurs on.